Straight off the hip, the Car Chronicles. Another episode of the Car Chronicles. Another one. NBA trade deadline recap. And I'm gonna just give you some recap about the NBA trade deadline. All right. Just want to let everybody know. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel and commenting. You know, I have 1,700 subscribers. I need 300 more to hit that 2,000 mark. And also, like if you like what you're hearing, you know, like my videos, subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But let's go ahead and get straight to it. NBA trade deadline. First things first. James Harden going to Cleveland for Darius Garland. For those who don't know, Darius Garland is the point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's the starting point guard. And and I noticed in the stuff I've been reading, one of the reasons why Cleveland traded Darius Garland for James Harden, A, because they felt like this was a time right now to win now because Boston is down, Indiana is down, New York is haven't made no changes really. They're still the same. The Heat is not that good. Uh, you know, all the other Eastern Conference teams are okay. And Cleveland realized the only team they have to worry about is the Knicks. Because the Knicks is the only team that actually has a chance to get out the East. So Cleveland realized if they pull the trigger of getting James Harden now, that'll put them in the driver's seat. That's the first reason. Second reason, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell are defensive liabilities. Here's the reason why. You can't have two 6'2" guards as your backcourt. Because anytime you have a small backcourt, that cause a lot of defensive issues in that particular area. If you notice, most winning NBA teams have a big backcourt, or they have a backcourt where it's a small guard with a big guard. Prime example, Derek Fisher and Kobe Bryant. Yes, Derek Fisher did not average no more than 10 points most of the time. But Kobe is 6'7". So now that evens out the backcourt because Derek Fisher is 6'1", 6'2", Kobe 6'7". Steph and Clay. Steph is 6'3", Clay is 6'7". Think about it. Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler. When they played, Derrick Rose 6'3", Jimmy 6'7". So when you have a backcourt, either your point guard is going to be big or your shooting guard is going to be big or vice versa. But when it comes to Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, they're both defensive liabilities because they're both 6'2". Donovan Mitchell is he's more swole and more muscular than Darius Garland because Donovan Mitchell is like 6'2", 15 pounds, where Darius Garland is like 6'2", 180, 190, somewhere around there. So yeah, whoever told me shut up your mama. So that's one reason. Another reason is there was also some stuff I researched that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell were not getting along, not from a personal perspective, but from a basketball point of view, where they clashed on the court. And essentially, the reason why, because they pretty much play the same position. Donovan Mitchell, even though he's labeled as a shooting guard, but he always played a lot of point guard. So that is one of the reasons why, too. So that, and then here's my last point. It opens up the gateway to get LeBron in the offseason. Yes, the Cavs getting James Harden open opens up the gateway for LeBron to come, because LeBron, he wants to leave on top. He wants this magical season where he can have the farewell tour and win a championship in the same season. You know how, just like Jordan, you have your farewell tour, you traveling, you shaking hands, kissing babies, and you win a championship and you leave on top. LeBron wants that, and I think that's the reason why it's the gateway to get LeBron. Because also there's also been stuff on the internet that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden this offseason is geared up to recruit LeBron to come back to Cleveland. Even though LeBron's representation been quote unquote talking to the Cavs behind the scenes, where they said, and also other sources that's on the internet, that's on the sports media websites and all that Cleveland is a quote unquote obvious destination for LeBron to go to finish his career. With him. Another trade. Anthony Davis gets traded to the Hawks. Not Hawks. I'm sorry. To the Wizards. Trae Young got traded to the Wizards also from the Hawks. So now it's trying to build a playoff team, not a championship team, a playoff team. Everybody think this team is going to be good. For those who don't know basketball, Anthony Davis is going to ask for another trade next trade deadline. It's already been reported that he hates playing in Washington, even though he's going to get on the mic and say, "Oh, I love it here. I want to finish my career here," but he already is disgruntled about to play in Washington. So don't be surprised this offseason or next trade deadline, he asks for a trade again. So, and then Trae Young, he's over there in Washington. I don't think he's going to stay that long. I think after his contract is up, he's going to move on. So, a lot of trade happened. Also, the Golden State Warriors, they got Porzingis. Now, here's the thing about Golden State. You mean to tell me you fucking fucked the Giannis trade up because you didn't want to give up Pikowski? Pikowski is mid. He's he's mid. He's fucking mid. Y'all was willing to give up. So the trade the Bucks wanted to get Giannis, to give Giannis to the Warriors, was the Bucks wanted Kuminga, Draymond, and Pikowski, and 4 first-round picks. They said the Warriors hung the phone up because they didn't want to add Pikowski. I'm gonna be real. Y'all go Mike Dunleavy, you about the dumbest GM ever. Giannis is a generational player. If the Bucks said, give me Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Bukowski and Draymond, I'm giving that shit up quick. Because I know if I pair Giannis with Steph, all I got to do is get Giannis and Steph to recruit in the summertime. And the Warriors, because this, if I was the GM, I would have did it. I said, you want your four first round picks, Draymond, Kuminga, and Bukowski? I would have packed Draymond Green bag so fast. Be like, hey, bro, you out of here, bro. I'll have security pack his bags. I'll put it I'll buy him Louis suitcase and get him up out of there. Bukowski, he'll get the Louis suitcase. I'll get him up out of there. Just like Deion Sanders said, I got the Louis luggage. Bringing some new stuff in. Get the old stuff out. But I'll buy luggage and move that boy out of there. And Mike Dunleavy is so damn stupid because you had a generational talent that was at the tip of your fingers and you fumbled a trade because you did not want to give up a mid-ass white boy that's not even that cold. Yes, he's okay, but he's not even fucking cold. I can understand why the Lakers don't want to give up Austin Reeves. I could surely say Austin Reeves is better than Bukowski, but y'all don't want to. But Bukowski is fucking mid. And then you fumble the bag. You fumble. Y'all could like right now. I think the Warriors. Yes, Draymond is gone. Okay, yeah, but trust me. Yeah, I would have knew. So when I would have got Giannis, okay, I ain't winning the championship this year, but next year I'm gearing up to get the championship. Giannis and Steph, and then Clay is on the expiring contract. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring Clay back, have Clay be my sixth man, then get Draymond back because Draymond already said if he ever get traded this season, which the deadline already passed, if he ever got traded, he was gonna ask for a buyout and go right back to go to state because people forget the NBA had changed their rules again, where if you immediately get traded, you could go and get a buyout. You can go back to any team you want because back then the old rules was if you got traded, you had to wait a whole calendar year to go back to your team. So now you can go back after a buyout because, and the reason why they changed the rule in the first place, the original rule where you had to wait a whole year, because the Jerry Stackhouse rule, when Jerry Stackhouse got traded, 20 years, this was 20 years ago, but Jerry Stackhouse when they first started doing the contract buyouts, Jerry Stackhouse got traded and then he asked for a buyout and then he went back to Dallas, and then all the owners was mad because Dallas got deeper because they brought Jerry Stackhouse back, and then also it was a collusion in that whole trade. Just go back and research it. That's the reason why they changed it in the first place. Now it seems like they changed it back where now you can go back in the off season. So Mike Dunleavy is stupid. You have tore that damn team up from the jump. You traded away Jordan Poole because he got his ass whooped by Draymond, but you refuse to hold Draymond accountable. Then you fuck around, don't know how to develop. Then you got Steve Kerr, who was a lame duck ass coach that don't know how to develop talent. That's the thing. See, I always say this: when it comes to development, the best coach that was a championship winning coach was Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich, that's why he's one of the best coaches in the league ever. Like he's one of the GOAT coaches because Greg Popovich and Pat Riley, because one thing they knew how to do was develop players. Phil Jackson, Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr, they don't know how to develop no damn players. How many All-Stars came out of the Bulls? How many young players that played in any Phil Jackson teams besides Mike, Scotty, and Rodman became All-Stars? I'll wait. Because Kukoc never became an all-star. Maybe Horace Grant. I don't think. Did Horace Grant become an all-star? I think so. Yeah, he did. Maybe by a couple. But if you notice, a lot of players, Greg Popovich has developed, a lot of them became all-stars. Some became great six-men, great role players. Steve Kerr, you had so much young talent and you fucking from the bag. You don't know how to develop Moses Moody. You couldn't even develop James Wiseman. You wanted to turn James Wiseman to Dwight Howard, but James Wiseman is a traditional back to the basket center, and you did not know how to cater to him. You missed instead of choosing James Wiseman, you should have got LaMelo Ball to pair with Steph because that would have been a better fit, and then would have got a Dwight Howard in the offseason, but you a dumbass, and then you turn around, bump heads with Jonathan Kuminga. You so mad at him like he fucked your bitch, but he didn't. But you mad at him like you hold that type of grudge on him. You can't even develop him. You got your personal feelings in the way. Say he don't fit. And the reason why Steve Kerr's mad at him, if you watch Jonathan Kuminga play, Jonathan Kuminga will have the ball. He the only nigga on the team that's waving Steph off. And then you get Steve Kerr get mad because he waved Steph off. Play like, bruh, if Jonathan Kuminga, and you look, y'all have got that man out the G League. Y'all forget that man was scoring like averaging 20 in the G League. Y'all knew that man was a scorer. Y'all picked him up thinking he's gonna go by your rules. But he every time Jonathan Kuminga get on the floor, he's producing. But you hold a grudge against him because you want him to be in the pecking order of Steph, even though Steph is a point guard. His job is to make people better as a point guard. And Steve Curry, you should know better because he was a point guard, but Steve a hoe anyway. He the one. I don't. He a hoe anyway because he a hoe. He a hoe. But Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy, they like the two stupid dogs. That's what they are. If you ever watch that damn cartoon, Two Stupid Dogs, that's Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy. You got a GM that's a dumbass, and then that don't know how to develop young talent. I'm talking about Jonathan Kuminga got all-star potential. Jordan Poole, all-star potential. James Wiseman, all-star potential. Moses Moody. I can see Moses Moody like Malik Monk, that a great six man that could come off the bench, give you 20 a game. You fumble the bag, and then you have Bukowski. He's mid as hell. Y'all swung and missed on a lot of draft picks. Y'all got it's crazy, and then y'all don't even know how to pick good talent. Y'all wasting Steph's last good years of his career. Cause one day Steph just gonna get tired and be like, I'm out, bro. Just get me up out of here. Even though Steph is so loyal. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's just crazy. Go to state, they so dumb. They should have got I'm sorry. They could have did the honest trade. That could have broke the internet, but that would have made the Warriors better. Also, you know, uh, let's talk about OKC. OKC is steadily stacking up talent. They picked up Jared McCain from the Sixers, and here's what I'm gonna say: Jared McCain was a great fit for the Sixers until they got VJ Edgecombe. When VJ Edgecombe came in, that killed Jared McCain's career with the Sixers. Because soon VJ Edgecombe was going crazy this year. That took Jared McCain out the rotation. And what's so crazy, OKC giving them up for two late first round picks is a good move because OKC got 17 first round picks within the next 4 to 5 years, and they got to get rid of them. So, and I'm gonna say this: OKC's going for Giannis this summer. Since Giannis pump faked the whole internet, oh yeah, and John Morant pump faked the whole internet because I don't know. I ain't even talk about Ja, but I feel like Ja did get a change scenery. But OKC gonna get Giannis because here's the reason why. Here's one thing a lot of people don't think about. Chet Holmgren just signed a new contract for $40-something million. That new contract kicks in this offseason. And when that contract becomes available, OKC could trade Chet Holmgren and Jared McCain straight up. Chet Holmgren and Jared McCain and 4 first-round draft picks to Milwaukee for Giannis. Just think about that. OKC has the biggest green light to get Giannis. Because if Giannis say he won a championship, OKC, I'm telling you, watch out for OKC. They're going to break the internet. Because Chet Holmgren's contract kicks in this summer. Because if you pair up Chet Holmgren with Jared, the trade, look, Jared McCain is not going to be with OKC long. He's a trade piece. Because if you pair him up, you package them up, Chet, Jared McCain, 4 first-round draft picks for Giannis, it's a wrap. OKC is going right back to the finals next year. It's a wrap this summer. Why I say next summer? This summer. Oh my God! This summer. This summer, Chet's contract kicks in. This summer, not next summer. Oh my God! OKC this summer is gonna be crazy. Boy, y'all better think. Y'all better think about it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the NBA trade deadline. It's your boy Mitch TV. I'm out.